Notre Dame firefighters should be tested for lead, say campaigners. World News. The Guardian. Those who battled cathedral blaze could have been exposed to toxic substances, say experts. Those who battled cathedral blaze could have been exposed to toxic substances, say experts. Firefighters who battled the cathedral inferno, as well as neighboring residents and those who watched the fire from the streets, should be tested for exposure to toxic materials, campaign groups have said. Experts consulted by the environmental group Robin des Bois have warned that the flames that destroyed the roof and spire of the medieval edifice sent at least 300 tons of lead into the air above. As well as the danger of lead particles, the organization warned on Friday that other toxic substances, including those used to treat wooden beams destroyed in the fire, could have contaminated the cathedral site and surrounding area, including the River Seine. We need a rigorous program of analyses with a detailed map and regular follow-ups, Jackie Bonnies-Mains, the head of Robin des Bois, told journalists. He said Bonnies-Mains said the authorities were not fulfilling their responsibilities. Until the debrief, the group has said the site of the fire might be temporarily considered an industrial wasteland and urged authorities to decontaminate it before moving ahead with. It recommended that all the firefighters involved in fighting the blaze and those who urgently saved antique objects should be subject to tests for lead in the coming weeks, adding that the country's health authorities should engage in the long-term testing of local parks and gardens. The warning came after Paris authorities warned that lead levels on the ground immediately around Notre Dame Cathedral. Police issued a statement saying there was and that the area of high lead levels immediately around the cathedral was closed to the public. Robin des Bois has written to several government ministers as well as city and regional authorities pointing out its concerns and calling for the cleanup of the Notre Dame site to avoid the spread of toxic substances. It also released a statement from Michael Anderson, professor of physical chemistry at the University of Manchester, expressing his concern about the levels of lead pollution following the Notre Dame fire. The pollution spread by fire is very extensive. Contrary to it is really important that the streets of Paris under the lead plume are analyzed for lead as quickly as possible and before it starts to rain. This is unlikely. When it rains, any lead particles will be carried into the water courses. People should be advised. Paris has been subject to violent rainstorms since Anderson's letter of April 29. Annie Fogmoni, of the Henri Pzirat Health, Work, and Environment Association, said she was particularly worried about workers, while Dr. Mehdi Dina Ntes, a GP, said all lead is bad and this pollution needs all our vigilance. On Friday, French MPs were presented with a hastily drawn-up law overseeing work to restore the cathedral, which would allow plans to be speeded through the normally slow planning regulations. Bonnies-Mains said approving the law would make MPs complicit in the putting in danger of people's lives. He said his association
smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.